trying out some new mics tonight. We're the Glass Academy in Dearborn, Michigan. This is our 167th show, doing our live feed called The Gathering Point. We're about 10 minutes outside of downtown Detroit, and we've been doing this ever since the pandemic started, and we brought ourselves to a worldwide market because we love educating and entertaining people about glass. We've been around for a long time. Michelle and I, husband and wife team, started the Glass Academy way back in like 2003. We were doing artwork since 1991 in Southwest Detroit until we moved out here to Dearborn, Michigan, where we bought this building and have turned it into the Glass Academy, where now we can allow the public to come in and be more involved with our business, and we are now a successful service to our community. We love our community, and we love you folks for watching our shows, and we're going to have a great show tonight. Jake's out of town tonight. He's over on the west side of Michigan with Melissa, taking a marketing class, and he's going to be becoming the main man around here if he starts getting all the marketing down, which is going to be great.
He's not doing the marketing, he's doing other stuff.
Well, I thought it was a marketing class he was taking.
No, it's about business, small business.
Well, then, you guys, from what Michelle tells me, it's not anything like I was talking about, but it sounded good, so that's all good. But he's over there learning business, folks, and whatever. Marketing, it's all in there. He knows how to blow glass pretty darn good, but there's a lot of other things running a business that you need to know.
Managing employees, hiring, HR stuff, resources.
All that fun stuff.
That. Buying from vendors, contracts, every other part of business.
Well, some people say the 80-20 rule is 80% of your business comes from 20% of your customers. Well, my formula for 80-20 rule in the craft world is you need to make 20% of your time is spent making your product, 80% of your time is spent marketing your product. So that's a huge, huge piece of information. If there is any glass blowers out there, it's like the easiest thing to do is just blow a bunch of glass. The easiest thing to do is make a bunch of art, but it's not about just making it. It's about selling it, marketing it, and being successful. So hopefully we're a good example for that for you guys. Tonight's theme, we sent it out in the e-blast, you guys. I can't even tell you how many people we got on our email list, in the thousands upon thousands, but we sent it out to everybody. And the cool thing, if you ever heard of, I'm Finnish in Swedish, and if you've ever heard of a comedian, his name is Ismo. He's a pretty famous Finnish comedian, and we're actually, the organization I belong to, the Detroit Finnish Cooperative Summer Camp, we actually landed a perfect situation with him, and we're bringing him in from Finland to do a special private show at the Fin Camp out at Wixom, and he's coming in Friday night. And I decided on my own to make him a Finnish mug. And Michelle got all excited about it and put it up there and on our e-blast. And when we did it, we got somebody else, Linda. She reached out to us and said, oh my gosh, I want a Finnish mug made as well too. So we're going to be making a couple Finnish mugs tonight, one for Linda and one for Ismo. And if you hashtag Ismo, or if you just Google Ismo, you will see this guy. Here he is, right here on my phone. He's hilarious. You look at some of his YouTube videos, you will fall off your chair. He's unbelievable. You want to check him out on YouTube, follow his site. But also, I'd like to say you could buy a ticket to come out to the Fin Camp, but we're sold out. We sold them out quick because this is a very rare and small venue. So it's going to be a blast, and I'm looking forward to meeting him and giving him the tour of Detroit and the Glass Academy and the whole Finnish camp situation out at the Fin Camp. So with no further ado, we're going to switch over to our move around camera with our AKA Superman, Dennis Plusinski, who's on the camera, and we're going to switch up, and I'm going to go over the board with you. So switch it up, Sam. Boom. All right, we're on the board. Dennis has got the camera going right here. What up, Dennis?
Hey, Chris. Going okay.
All right, let's see that camera for 1 second because I want to show everybody, introduce Dennis to them. Here he is, guys. Dennis Plusinski. He's a madman, unbelievable video mastermind. And he's the guy on the camera behind the scenes. It's Michelle's brother. All right, so we're back. This is our board. We go over the board every one of our shows. 167 times, guys, and we always start off, we know it's called the gathering point, you guys, and a gather, if you're not familiar with it, a gather is how you take the glass out of the furnace. You go in, you gather up molten glass just like honey. I'm talking exactly like honey, and I'm sure a lot of you folks out there, your parents when you were a kid said you only get 1 scoop of honey with this honey dipper and you could put it on your oatmeal, and you wanted to get the most you could, and you went in there and you were just cranking it, and if you stopped turning it, it would drip all over the table and you would be getting the spatula treatment from your mom. So that's how you gather glass, and that's why we call it the gathering point, because this is the hottest 2,000 degree point on the web to see glass blowing and have a great experience. So we always start off with the warmer-upper, guys. Number 1 is the warmer-upper. I haven't blown glass all day today. I just got back from being out of town for a couple weeks. We were down in Florida helping out Michelle's parents. We're bringing them back up to Michigan so they can be close to us in their elder years, and we can't wait for that experience. So we've been down there kind of orchestrating everything that's going on. The whole family's been putting their heads together, trying to make this work smooth for them. So I wasn't blowing glass for quite some time. The warmer-upper, I get to do whatever I want. And I got a few ideas of what I want to do. Normally, the warmer-uppers in the other miscellaneous items that we make are for sale. So the warmer-upper will probably be for sale, but the custom finish mug for Linda, number 2, will not be for sale because she's already bought it, and she's probably sitting in her living room, relaxing, watching the show, and that's perfect evidence that that's the coolest thing ever, because there isn't very many people out there making custom predetermined work for people before their very eyes from our studio to anywhere in the world. We've made pieces for people in Denmark, Sweden, Finland, South Africa, New Zealand, and people have sat in their living room or maybe sat in their backyard and watched us on YouTube or Facebook, and we made their piece before their very eyes. That's cool. Then we ship it to you. So if you want to do that, just reach out to Jake. You go to theglassacademy.com, go to the custom order form, fill out your order form, send it. Jake will get it, and he'll call you back and work out all the details. That's how that works.
All right, should we start? Because...
Do you want to talk at all, Michelle? There she is over there, folks.
Yes, I want to. I before the camera breaks out, I want to show our high-tech bucket with ice and salt. Ah, nice and cool, no problems.
You put salt in there too? So you're trying to make some ice cream underneath the Sling Studio?
It's working.
Pretty sweet. I wonder what flavor it'll be.
Can't tell you. They have to shoot you. Okay, since we want to, do you want to start? So we're in case the camera has a meltdown. So here's the deal tonight, folks. If the camera has a meltdown, it goes in the freezer, and then we go to Command Central, where we've got Wheel of Names and some contest entries I want to talk about, and last week's show, etc.
Yeah, well, all we're going to do, if it gets blown up from the heat, which is, it's going to be 100 here tomorrow, folks, and today it's probably about 85 out right now, and it's hot as you could imagine. But the camera, the iPhones don't hold up to the heat like that. So we have this other super mega camera right here that if the iPhone goes bad, when it does, if it does, Dennis is going to take this and he's going to be able to walk around with this. He's going to be on a tether, of course, because we've got about 200 feet of line, but he's just going to have to be a little bit more careful. But you know what? He's a professional, and he can handle it. So we're not going to have any issues tonight. It's going to be great. So I'm going to get ready to do it up. So let's go over here, guys. I got my bench all set up. Took me a minute to find all the tools because they were spread out a little bit because I was out of town for 2 weeks. But I got my tools ready. We got to open up the glory hole door. Michelle preheated that for me. I'm going to get that door off. And if you take a look closely, without getting close, Dennis, but using the zoom, you can see those brand new doors I made and put on there. They are super tight, super clean. You generally got to replace those probably 2 or 3 times a year because they just deteriorate from cooling down and heating up so quickly that the refractory, that high temperature refractory, crumbles and breaks apart, kind of like concrete in the snow. So I'm going to open this up.
So while he's doing that, I'll do some housekeeping stuff. So Mary was talking about the color splashes, and she was pleasantly surprised when she opened the box on how big they were. And so the interesting thing is we put like the dimensions, but when things are handmade, like the color splashes, they're kind of all unique. And so even if we put like 8 inches and then it's 10 inches or vice versa, we give an approximation. Is that a word? And so she was pleasantly surprised because they were bigger than she expected. They're also solid glass, so they're pretty heavy. So it's kind of nice to hear when customers get something that it's bigger than what they thought. That's always the way to go versus like opening a box and it's like this tiny little thing. That's no fun. So Chris is getting started. I have no idea what he's going to be doing here, but we're going to watch and it'll be just wonderful.
Woo, it's a hot one out there today, folks. The pipe's screaming hot.
We do have a pipe cooler.
The last month or so, Jake's always been saying that we don't need the pipe cooler, but I'll tell you what, we need the pipe cooler now. So I'm going to be warming up right now. I'm adding some white. I took out the Finnish flag colors, which is a beautiful deep blue and white. And that is what the Finnish flag colors are. And that's how I'm going to make these mugs. I'm going to use white and blue as the main colors in the mugs. But this particular piece is going to be a cool little tequila shot glass. And it's going to be a neat process. I love making them. I call these, I've been making them for, 20 years, but they're called Agave Cactus shot glasses. And they're made exclusively for only drinking tequila or mezcal out of. And I heard on the rumor vine that Ismo likes tequila, so if he likes tequila, he's going to get a nice tequila glass. So I'm shaping it up, puffing a bubble through it. A little bit weird with this microphone.
Oh, well.
But I'm learning. First time I wore it on my head, you guys. Normally we just clip it on our lapel, but these are some new ones, and I think it's going to work out pretty good once I get used to it. Michelle, I'm going to have you bring me a small lapis bit with like 3 coats of lapis for the trail for the cactus blooms on this shot glass. Whoa, those glory hole doors are looking nice and clean and gorgeous. We don't have our third person here, so it's hard for us. You could probably push most of that up on the pipe, so I need about half of that. So it needs to be really thin and like a hair. We don't have somebody looking at the questions like Jake usually does, so I'm saying hello to everybody out there right now.
I can get a phone at our bench.
All right, so just heat that up and then heat up just the tip. So I put the ridges on there. Now she's going to go ahead and heat that up for me. And we're going to put these beautiful little dots on here. You can get in on that, Dennis.
Do you want me to marver it once?
Nope. Just heat, yeah, just get it nice and hot on the tip.
I think these headsets are made for people with big heads. It just keeps rolling off, and all of a sudden it's around my neck.
Okay. Dennis, there you go. So I just wrapped that little trail all around the outside of this, and it only touched right on the outside edge of the ribs, and then I spin it really quick, and it brings all those pieces broken up, and they end up being little dots. Look at that, Dennis.
All right, we got some people in England, the Finger Lakes. Shout out to Uncle Dennis.
Oh, yeah.
Tanya says it's only 43 shows to 200, episode 200. Woo-wee.
Okay, blow lightly. Good.
Who's the $1 million listing, the Frederick? I think he was from Finland.
He was from Finland.
And he talks about like some guy that was his famous hero when he was a kid and then he was selling his house.
Oh yeah.
Remember on that episode?
Dolph Lundgren or whatever,
Yeah,
the guy who fought Rocky.
I think someone just mentioned that.
Yeah, that he's a powerhouse, man. You remember him from Rocky? Dolph Lundgren or something?
All right.
All right,
So
so
I thought this was a shot glass, no?
well, like I said, it is a shot glass.
You're going to make 2 off of 1 piece?
Oh no.
I don't know what kind of shots you have.
All right, I'm going to take a little clear bit for the bottom. I'm really paying attention that I don't jump up and rip my headgear off on the bench here, guys. I should have probably put this under my shirt, but I wasn't really sure exactly how it was going to work. And you can make a punty out of that, Michelle.
Really? Is that what we do?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. When did you guys start doing that? So I want to give a shout out to Howard. I'm not sure if he's watching right now. And also to Sean, who is helping us with some tech stuff.
What up, Howard?
I can't say that we switched a ton, but I do tell you we did our homework and things are in the mail.
I met Howard down in Fort Lauderdale at the marketing class, and he's a great guy. He knows his stuff. Spin. Little water on the neck right here. Light tap. And now Michelle's hanging on to that. Thank you very much. So the trick to these Agave Cactus shot glasses is I gotta make them organic. I make them so it looks like you were like walking in Mexico out in the desert and you stumbled upon an agave farm and you look down and right next to a giant agave bulb is this little cool shiny thing that ends up being an agave shot glass. So, and if you get out of there alive, because you shouldn't be walking through an agave farm, you can have that cool little glass. So I'm heating it up just on the end. I don't want to melt the punty in. This is the Punty Rod, you guys. The Punty Rod is only really, it's used for bringing more glass to the gaffer. Right now, I'm the gaffer. When I'm blowing glass, whoever's assisting me is the assistant, and whoever is blowing the glass is the gaffer. Michelle might be blowing glass today. I don't know if she is or not, but up for right now, she's assisting me. But when she blows, if she does, and I'm assisting her, then she'll be the gaffer. I do not need a paddle on it because I'm going organic. Oh my God.
Really makes a difference if we haven't been blowing glass all day. It's much cooler in the shop. We did get a thermometer. I was hesitant to get it because I don't know that I want to know what temperature we're at. But right
It's
now,
hot in here.
Right now we're at 92.
But when I get done with this warmer-upper piece, I'll be nice and warm. I'm going to fix my headphones because these are hooked. This is hooking all over my tools, and it's not working. And it's made to be on the right side.
All right, the microphone guy is talking a little loud.
Who?
You, because the microphone's right on you, might not need to talk louder.
Someone else has got to tell me that. I got everyone telling me that.
Well, I just read it. Someone on the feed said it. My chapstick in my pocket is completely melted. And so it goes. Are you going to do the GA stamp on the side or the bottom?
On the bottom. We are not blowing glass tomorrow when it's 100. I changed my production schedule to be from 7 to noon or 7 to 1 on Thursday and Friday when it's only going to be 95 out, you guys. It's going to really be helpful.
That's why there are not many glass shops in Florida, Texas, places that are hot.
See all that action? I just turned it into the Agave shot glass special.
That is one big shot glass.
That's right. Well, I heard he likes tequila.
Just because he likes it doesn't mean you need to like feed it to him.
Well, it doesn't have to be. When you're drinking good tequila, you're drinking it, you're sipping it. So this one's going to hold probably 2.5 ounces or so, and it's going to be something to sip some nice añejo. So that is looking good, guys. I'm going to stamp it on the bottom. I'm going to give you a nice close-up of it right now in the finished colors. Love it. So
all right.
A little bit of water.
They say thank you. You sound perfect now.
All right.
We got someone in Texas watching.
I should have known when my tongue was touching the microphone.
Well, the new ones are going to go around our ears. We're just doing these tonight. Well, I was going to do it, but I'll just stand here. All right.
So we stamp everything with the GA stamp, folks. That's what's happening right now.
So Jake and Marissa are traveling back from Grand Rapids. The question is, are they listening to the gathering point while they do it? Who knows?
Into the annealing oven. Nice job there, Shell.
Oh, years of experience.
So, for those of you who don't know what an annealing oven is, that's an oven that we put the glass in when we're done making the piece that we're making. The reason we need to do that is because the glass actually cools down so quickly that it'll go from 2,000 degrees to room temperature in like 3 to 4 minutes. So you have to cool it very slowly to get the stress out of the glass, and that's called annealing. And all these boxes we have over here are annealers. Dennis, show them those ones over there. We got number 2, 3, and 4 over there, the big boys. And those, when you turn them on, you bring them up, and depending on the design in the interior of the annealing oven, the temperature is a little different. There is no exact temperature because the building, when you build these annealing ovens, and we've built all these annealing ovens ourselves, because of the structure and the materials, the annealing temperature is a little bit different in every annealing oven. So you have to figure that temperature out, and you need to set it at that temperature, which could be anywhere between 900 and 1,000, maybe 1,010 degrees. And there's some pretty cool techniques to how to do that, and I'll explain that since I'm going to be doing the experimental show, I think, on Thursday. I'll be able to explain that to you guys, how you set an annealing point on your annealing oven, especially after you build it. So, but that was amazing. It turned out cool. I think that's going to end up getting gifted to ISMO.
So this is really cool. If I'm reading this text right, I feel like this is like coming off me.
It's okay. It looks good.
Perfect. Someone said that they found us because on Corning Museum of Glass, there was an auto-suggestion to check out our company. It's probably because we've done 167 shows on glass blowing, so we kind of show up. But so to the newbies out there, if you do a thumbs up, let us know that you're new. And then just so everyone's clear, we have this group called the Glass Academy Addicts. And they are people who have been following our show for a really long time, and they can answer some of the questions if we don't get to them. We try to answer them live, so you'll see us checking our phone, but we're down a couple people tonight, so we'll do our best. But addicts who are watching, you know what to do.
Yeah, and if you're a Glass Academy addict or a Glass Academy addict wannabe, you can get approved to be an addict, but that's all on them. They figure that out. But all the Glass Academy addicts are some serious ballers. They are cool people, eclectic, all really special people, and great customers. And they really do care about the Glass Academy, and they're just super cool. The one thing I did want to do is I wanted to do something that happens to me when I hear that like our feed came up on the Corning Museum of Glass, which is probably one of the most prominent glass, nonprofit glass organizations in the country, if not the world. When I find out that our feed was promoted by theirs, I go like this.
Don't be bragging. Come on now. The people at Corning Museum of Glass, our friends, run the program. So they have worked their way up, and they're all management. So the people in management are our friends as well. So that's pretty cool. And how many glass shops do videos? So
yeah, but doesn't it make you want to just do the walk?
No.
It doesn't?
No.
You guys, it really does. She's just trying to play it cool.
Okay, before the camera, so Mug?
Well, I'm gonna let you take over for a minute and just talk, because I'm gonna try to tuck my thing in my shirt so that it's not hooking on the tools and I burn it up. So I'm gonna take 2 minutes, folks. So Michelle's gonna do something special for you here.
Not that one. Okay, I'm gonna do two things. Number one, this is not Taco Bell. This is the bell of YouTube. Isn't it beautiful? It is a serious bell. So on the YouTube page, there's a little bell. Hit the bell. Subscribe to our page. You'll get notifications. I'll talk about the VIP show later. But one thing I did want to show everyone, we have a great event coming up. If you have not been to our studio, let me tell you about the Breath of Michigan. So we've been in business way too many years now, 23, 24 years. With the pandemic, everything feels weird and wonky. But with that, because we have been in business for so long, we've done all kinds of events and shows and parties and everything. We decided that it's time to do the Breath of Michigan in a large, large piece. It's 8 feet by 8 feet. We are inviting each and every one of you to come and make these bubbles with us. We're going for a world record attempt in July 31st. So there's some information on the website. You can check it out. We'll be adding more information. It just went live. We've got 6 weeks before we do this world record attempt. And if you want to be a part of it, it's a $25 ticket. This is a great ticket to come try glass blowing in our studio. A great entry level, like never been there before, let's check it out kind of thing. We'll tell you all about what's going on, and it's super fun. And your breath will be in this bubble, and then we're going to make a large sculpture with this. So this is our recycled glass, super cool. Breath of Michigan, world record attempt, July 31st. Mark your calendars. And now, back to the main action.
This is weird. I can't even search Glass Academy on Facebook. It won't show up.
Well, you can use my phone, because there it is. Okay.
Well, that's not right.
This is not the time to figure that out.
I hate it. I hate social media shit.
Thank you for sharing that.
All right.
Considering we're making our living off of this, I appreciate it.
It's just not easy to navigate for me, because I'm not some guru of working this stuff. All right, so now we're going to be making the piece for Linda. It's going to be a mug. And Linda, hopefully you're out there. I don't know how to tell if you're out there, because I don't have a phone to tell if you're out there watching us, so they think they're going to hand it to me right now. But if you're watching, Linda, I hope you are. We're going to gather up your piece right now.
And then by the time I'm done with that piece,
Linda's-
Sam will hand me my phone back.
I feel like Linda said she had something going on. In fact, I know she did. She said, I'm not going to be able to watch the show, but I'll be back.
Well, that's a good thing that the gathering point is what it is, because if you can't, like if Linda can't watch us make her custom piece, it's on YouTube and on Facebook forever, folks.
Yeah, she says I'm on the last leg of traveling today, so not likely going to see the show, although I'm going to try my best. Please consider me for a finished custom.
Yeah,
She will
well-
return on Saturday, and the good news is it's taped, like you said, show 167.
Exactly.
Maybe Sam hears us now. She'll put the finished mug on there, so you'll see it in the thumbnails. So you can find that on YouTube after the show. All right, so he's dipping up. The glass is contained in a pot, and Chris is like the master of big gathers. I can never gather this much glass. I did fill the pipe cooling bucket, so he's got some nice ice cold water in there.
Thank you very much.
You can
All right,
see
Shelley,
the
you can bring me a white bit. We're going to do a wrap around the center of this.
how big. Okay.
So I have all clear crystal right here, guys, and this clear crystal is orange only because it's about 2,000 degrees. And every time you're blowing glass, you got to make sure you can do a super spin with the marver. The marver is the steel plate here that you roll the glass on, and you shape the glass. But what a lot of people don't understand when you're blowing a piece of glass, you guys, is that when I'm marvering it, I'm chilling the surface of the glass so that the bubble blows out symmetrical. Watch this. I just blew out the bubble, and it blew out nice and symmetrical because I marvered it and chilled the surface of the glass on that steel plate.
Are you doing this on the rollers or at the bench?
We're going to be doing it right on the bench, and I'm probably going to take a couple of them off of there. One and then another one, 2 wraps.
You want me to marver it or no? Yes?
What'd you say?
Do you want me to marver it or
Yeah.
no?
One more coat on it would be cool. And make sure the tip's good. There you go. All right, I think that the website is live at 6:30, right?
Sam's going to check it, and if you have questions, she'll answer you on the chat. Oh, we didn't even go over the table.
Well, maybe
it's one and done mugs tonight.
one and done mugs, folks, and we haven't shown you yet, but if you go to the Glass Academy website and you check out the mugs, you'll see all the ones that are on the show.
I will say too, we just got our batch stickers in. We got a larger size. We also got our gnome pins and our snail pins. Any more?
Nope. We're going to go
And
blue next.
so these are pins that you can put on your lapel or your hat. We did a special tonight where you can buy 2 of them for $12 when we go over the table. And we have 8 Gnome Keychains.
All right.
Yeah, Jessica was trying a couple things. She thought she'd...
Yep, that's cool. Blue bit,
Same?
half the size. It's not half the size for sure. Maybe a third of the size.
I think next time it will help me if you sketch it out. So we got some fans going, but I think they are pretty subtle. I don't know that you guys are hearing them. I told Sam we could take one of our old air conditioners and put it right on her for next week, so it will keep all the equipment and Sam cool.
Nice.
How many layers of blue would you like?
2 is going to be great. So this particular mug I'm making, folks, there wasn't a predetermined design. I'm coming up with this right offhand, and that's what it's called, offhand glass blowing. So I'm coming up with a design right here before your eyes, which makes it Literally, this piece has never been made before. It's one of a kind, and that's what's cool about the custom pieces. All right, nice bit, Michelle.
Thank you.
So now I just put those 3 bits onto the core clear crystal bit. I'm going to heat them up and melt them in, and that 3-dimensional bumpy bit that I just put on there, I'm going to marver it into the surface so it just becomes a color pattern in the mug. It's not going to be texturous on the surface. I do know I want to do a little bit of a taller kind of Stein style mug.
Oh, I want to give a shout out, Gareth. I believe you were a new one from UK or somewhere over there. Just requested to join the Glass Academy Addicts Facebook group.
Nice.
We do not manage this group, so the managers that are on this page will let you in and definitely share why you came, how you found us. Some people find us on Facebook, some find us through YouTube, some word of mouth. I know last week we had a contest. I want to give a shout out to Dawn Greats and William Lutz. They were the top 2. Dawn was really edging ahead there. I was like, Dawn, what are you walking around with a poster having everyone sign up? But Bill, you came through. There were a lot of people after that initial attempt, and I saw you did a great effort as well.
I did hear Michelle say that a lot of the people are from word of mouth. I do think that some people out there may have heard from word of ear, too. And I know Dennis is all about word of ear.
Yep, so we'll get the little earpieces and then we'll feel like rock stars.
Yeah. About to come out dancing.
We could. Not in the summer probably, but...
So now to inflate this to the size of the mug I'm looking for. Go ahead and lightly blow, Michelle. Keep going. Good.
So I know if Linda wanted a mug and you're making one for ISMO, do you think you're going to do 2 different styles or the same mug?
Oh, probably 2 different styles.
So if we're doing another mug, tell me what you guys want to see in the other mug. We'll go over the table after this, but maybe there's a certain pattern you want or a size, or they're going to be blue and white.
Blow lightly. Good.
So I got to remember, it's just me. I got to shuck those pipes. And that's like shucking corn. That means I got to make sure there's pipes up for the next step.
Corn shucking, blow. All right.
So on the farm, they just planted sweet corn, and the farmer told us that as soon as it's ready, we can eat all we want.
Nice.
So how many people have taken fresh corn on the cob and just eaten it when it's warmed by the sun?
Me. Oh my gosh, I think I see hundreds of other hands. That was something I remember going down to Eastern Market in Detroit. Oh, there's the train, folks. Headed to Chicago.
Oh, yeah. Some people came by Sticky. I hear, let's see, Dave and Annabelle are both down with COVID. That's so crazy. Yep, Sticky Lollies, we did a cross promotion.
Okay, blow. Keep going. Good.
Maybe now that the borders are open, we can ship stuff. Maybe it's time to ship them a gnome. We did a chick and a fish, but I think we need to send a gnome.
All right, I got the size of this mug nice and symmetrical. Now I'm just going to flatten the bottom so I can put a foot on it. This foot's going to be blue, Michelle, when the time's right.
I missed what you said you were going to do.
Well, I'm going to have you cap this first, and then we'll add the foot on. Okay, light puff. Beautiful. All right, we're going to be putting a Lapis Foot on this one.
A Lapis Foot over her top?
Yep, and I'm actually going to have you hold it because Lapis is a real soft color, so I want to make sure that I don't have any color on the bottom of the foot, you know what I mean? So I'm going to drop that foot on the marver with a clear section in the middle.
Someone commented, have you ever made a foot that looks like a foot? That's a great idea. I know there's lots of talks about big toes, and I don't know what that's about, but maybe on the experimental show. How many out there, people watching, watched the show on Thursday, our mini show called The Experimental Show? We do an Instagram poll of some words, and then we make those words how we interpret them on the experimental show. It's kind of fun. It's always silly. Always unexpected, because sometimes the words are really wacky. All right, so he's going to cut this. We're going to trade pipes. And then he'll attach the foot that is just going to be round. It's not going to look like a foot. Sorry.
And, you know, I want to elaborate a little bit on what I did, you guys. I coated the sides of that bit with the lapis, but not the bottom. So when I punty up on it, I'm not touching lapis blue, because lapis blue is really soft, and the punty probably wouldn't do it. I'll take a paddle shell.
Uh-oh, Pammy's saying choo-choo. I don't know what I said.
Go ahead.
Or did I throw you under the bus for some reason I missed?
Lightly. That's good. All right, I don't know. Did Michelle throw me under the bus, everybody?
No, she was saying choo-choo, so maybe it was something I'm missing, like a train.
The train went by. Dennis showed him the train. All right, Punty.
Okay.
So for those of you who have just tuned into the show, this is the Finnish evening of all the Finnish flag colors and the Finnish celebration, because we have Ismo, I-S-M-O, if you hashtag him on YouTube or look him up, Ismo. He's an amazing, pretty famous comedian from Finland, and he's coming into town, into Metro Detroit Friday night to do a special private concert for the Detroit Finnish Cooperative Summer Camp.
Is there a place that people can watch his show online? Is that how you know of him?
Yeah, they have him on YouTube. He's got hundreds of videos on YouTube.
And is his humor about like Finnish culture or Finnish people?
I think it's about Finnish people and people in America and the difference between the cultures and such. How's it feel?
Fine. What are you thinking about the handle?
I think clear. I'm going to put a blue lip wrap on it and then a clear handle.
You ready now?
Oh, I think I'm ready, yeah. So the Detroit Finnish Cooperative Summer Camp is a private camp up in north of Detroit, about an hour. And it's a really cool organization. I've been a member of it my whole life, and we actually booked Ismo to come in for the Johannes Summer Solstice celebration that's happening this weekend. So he's going to be doing that concert, and I'm picking him up from the airport on Friday, and I'm going to hook him up with a tasty Finnish mug.
What time are you picking him up?
I don't know, 6 or 7.
At night or in the morning?
At night.
So we were doing something Friday night.
Picking him up from the airport. There's nothing else on the calendar.
Do you guys ever do that where you double book something?
What'd you say?
I was saying to the crowd, when you double book something, I feel like we said we were going to do something Friday night. Like after we worked the gallery, we were gonna.
Okay, I just thinned it out, preparing it for this lip wrap.
The blues are a nice color because they look orange when they go on, but you can see how fast they cool off.
Yeah.
I think we need to have a cooler out here next, so we don't have to run to the lounge for beverages.
Right. Well, we can take a break.
Yeah, we'll go over the table next when we stick the camera in the freezer. Paula, we do love making owls. You'll see that in the fall. You're going to have to keep an eye on our business. And we do those in the fall when we do our pumpkin show. During the summer, we do some garden items.
That lapis is so hot that I'm going to have you very lightly press on it, and then I'm going to just cool it off and go back with some more heat. Thank you.
So we do kind of seasonal products. This week with Jake out of town, mugs are a token item that we do. We have breweries that collect our mugs, customers collect them. It's a great way to have something personal that's a functional piece of art. I know people are budget conscious these days, so it's really nice to have your own personal drinking glass that's a piece of art that you can use every day. Why just have art on the shelf? Why not have a functional piece that you can use and enjoy? And that's what our products do.
Yeah, the other thing, guys, with any of our mugs, we sell thousands of mugs. So you can't put hot liquid in them. If you put hot liquid in them, there's a pretty darn good chance they're going to break. They're going to crack because they can't handle that boiling temperature. What they can handle is ice cold temperatures. So you can put them in the freezer and get them nice and cold, and then pour your ice cold liquid in there and turn it into slush. And then that is pretty darn nice.
Speaking of slush, frozen Cokes are my go-to in the summer. I don't have them often, but when I do, after a day of blowing or driving home, that's a great way to get hydrated.
All right, how about that blown handle? Do you want me to gather
Sure,
it up?
sure. We have 2 questions that I'll answer while you're making that. Chris is just going to flash it once and set it on the bench for me. So different colors in glass make different metals make different colors. Uranium glass is not one that we work with, but you can put uranium in the glass and it makes it this really cool green color. And I believe under black light it shines differently. Milk glass is when you add tin to the glass. And I don't know what year this was, but you remember Blinko, they did a big series of milk glass where all the glass was white. Super cool. And we actually bought some of that white glass, and during the holidays we make white ornaments with it. So tin usually makes white. And what you do is have a whole tank of the same color. So Chris is going to shape this. It's got a blown bubble in it. We're going to trade. I get this nice and hot. Do you want to flash again or you're good?
I'm assuming you flashed it pretty good, so you're going to be ready. This is a gravity handle, guys. It's a pretty cool process. Watch how this goes down.
It's very selective of where he put the handle on. He chose a certain spot. The reason we do blown handles is they make the mugs lighter.
You see, you gotta, only one chance to put that handle on there, guys. If I didn't get it right where I wanted it, there's no cutting it off and putting it back on. There's no cutting it off and putting a new one on. That piece would be shot. So you really gotta be careful putting the handle on and make sure you get it on there just right.
Do you want your bit now? The GA bit?
Yeah, why don't you bring me that GA bit? I think that'd be great. All of our mugs, and 90%, if not, except for ornaments, all of our products have the GA stamp on them, folks. And we put a little tiny bit of glass and we stamp it with the stamp so that you know it came from the Glass Academy. Lift. We got our trusty stamp right here. Oh yeah, Linda, this thing's looking pretty darn good. We're probably not putting it away with the granny grabbers. There it is, folks. Linda, that's one gorgeous Finnish flag beer mug. It's got some great crystal qualities to it. I love it. One more flash and I'm gonna knock it off, torch the bottom, and Michelle's gonna stick it in the annealing oven just like that warmer-upper.
So this was the question, is this one Linda's or is the next one?
This one's Linda's. Hers was the second one on the list. Number 2. So I put a little drop of water right on that seam where the punty was connected. And I grab it right above the foot when you do grab it. Perfect, nice job. Well, Linda, that was a sweetie. And you got the superpower piece, all that energy from Michelle and I doing it, and another Polisinski in the same room. Crazy.
All right, I'm gonna grab.
We're going over the table now?
Yeah, well, yeah, do the table for 2 seconds, and we're gonna put the camera away and go to Command Central.
All right, sounds good, guys. Well, come on over here. Dennis was already showing off some of this goodness, guys, but check it out. We've got, it looks to me like we've got 10, 11, 12 mugs, all one and dones, and what that means is there isn't another one out there like it. And I'll tell you what, I know probably like 3 weeks ago or so, I did a mug night, and I did a warmer-upper mug, and check this one out.
All right, and then bring it over to the table so we can switch up.
Look at that. Oh, we're switching up to the other table?
Yeah, let's
I
switch.
didn't even go over the table yet. Are we going
I
over
know, so then don't highlight one. Go over the
yeah,
table
I'm
and
going
then.
over the table. So check it out, guys, right here. This one is number 6. It is gorgeous. It's got the super fancy thumb bit, which ergonomically works 2 ways. Check it out. You hold it like this, and while you're getting a massage from this in the palm of your hand, your thumb fits perfectly right there. But if you decide to switch it up a little bit, watch this. 3 fingers through there, 1 finger right through there. Now, and you can even put your pinky under the stinger. There's a bunch of different ways to hold this thing, and you can hear I got the techniques down, but this one is a gorgeous iridescent iris with crystal and gold ruby. This is one Jake made right here, number 3, guys. Look at the switchback action. I like that when I'm out of town. Jake does my technique and shows me that he can do it. So he's a competitive bugger. But it looks amazing. It's got the beautiful copper ruby GA stamp. It's got a really nice looking switchback optical twist with the copper ruby dusted in the cracks. This guy's pretty subtle right here too. This is definitely very Venetian with the light, almost like a light purplish pink fade. It looks like an egg almost with that gorgeous shape. It's got the racing stripes up here with a clear crystal handle. This one's very traditional. That's a nice one. What do you think, Dennis? What other ones? Oh boy, Jake getting crazy with the bling. Number 10 is the hot one on the table. Look at all that unbelievable silver chrome. The chrome blue is insane. Look at that. He's got a great saddle bit. That's what we call the saddle, guys, because you can put your finger in there like your thumb or your finger like you're riding the saddle of a horse. Look at that. But that's a beautiful one right there, number 10. We got a little bit of leopard print going on here. We got a nice set, and check out these little special add-ons we got here. We've got the world famous batch sticker. Look at that look. She means business, man. She's just not taking any crap from anybody. And we also got the Gnome Keychain number 16. We've got the little snail number 13 and the gnome number 14 pin to put on your hat. And then number 15 is the old traditional batch gallery logo, the bee. Well, that is a nice looking table, guys. Why don't we come on over to Command Central, or switch over to Command Central, where Michelle just opened up an ice cold Coke, which is, I'm going to go over there and drink some of it right in front of her.
No.
What?
We can switch.
Oh boy, now she's on. Oh, caught in the middle of typing. I better cover
Okay,
for her.
so Howard is listening. He said the mics work great. I don't know, have you guys, Gordon Food Service, funny label, but Coca-Cola and glass bottles. And word on the street is they have real cane sugar, and it's true.
These are imported from Mexico.
Yes,
And they
but
use
they
cane
carry
sugar, and they import them straight to Gordon Food Service, but I think there's other places that have them too. But you're going to make me die of thirst pouring that in front of me, aren't you?
Well, listen, I wanted to show people, like, I think these are small. I'm not sure the size, but just how the mug changes. This was number 5. Let's give it the nice, like, that's the Coca-Cola commercial. Oh, the aroma is lovely, dear.
You want me to
Would
show
you
them
like
how to
some?
drink out of
Yes,
it?
could you please?
Did you like a sip first, sweetie?
I would love a sip first.
All right. We are parched here, but I'll tell you what, drinking Coke when you're parched isn't really the best thing to do, because it's really,
Watch, I took a little sip. Chris will probably finish the whole thing. But I want to give a shout out to Jake. He got a mini fridge in the studio.
oh man,
We want to drink it while it's cold, so I'll have a couple more sips and you can finish it.
drink it up, that's good. Yeah, that's great. I'm just sitting here relaxing, enjoying it, guys.
Okay, so double checking that everyone understands. If you have questions about the Guinness if the World Record event, please reach out to us so that we can get information. It all makes sense in our minds what's happening, but July 31st, we have a couple volunteers coming the night before. We're going to set up the gallery. The judge is flying in Saturday night at 10 o'clock. The judge will do an announcement. We'll have some press and media there. She's going to count all the items in the gallery, and with fingers crossed, if you guys all help us participate, by 2 p.m. we should be holding in our hot little hands some sort of certificate
That says we're a world record holder by the unnamed place until we can start talking about it July 1st, guys. That's how they do it. They sell you the name, and you can only use it for a period of time.
That's okay.
And it's amazing because we're going to use the heck out of it during
We're
that
going to
period
make
of time.
t-shirts. You
Yep.
could get an original t-shirt. All of this stuff will go on sale July 1st. But meanwhile, we're making the bubbles, and they're super cool and so fun because it's a breath of Michigan. Jake, how's that sound? Yeah! I think he's driving home. Actually, Marissa's driving, so he's in the car. So it's reverse of when we head out of town and Jake is on the phone, or we're watching Jake on the show. Okay, number 5, if you purchase mug number 5, this decorative handle is very comfortable. If your hand is sweaty, now you got some gription to hold on to it.
And for
We
sure,
will rinse it out.
watch this, you guys. Turn around.
What? Dragon back?
Look at the
Massage?
massage tool
Oh.
action. That's right. This right here is, well, I won't even say it because it's a child-friendly show. I almost said it was ribbed, but I won't. But
Moving on.
either way, the granny apple green on this puppy's great, and I love the fade because you get a whole different perspective when you do pour something into it. And Michelle was trying to make that point that the fade, she's always like, don't make them all one color.
People want to see the beverage they're drinking.
I do believe it, and I do like the glassy look. So any of them that have clear crystal in them, it just makes you more thirsty when you're holding it and looking at it. It just looks all watery. Excuse me, like Coke. It was
All right.
delicious.
I want to say Carrie and Heidi, we both got you on the volunteer list for that Saturday night. We're going to do a big party with Middle Eastern food after the classes end at 4 p.m. Should be very fun. Sunday morning, we'll do some sort of brunch. Get ready for that world. I met the judge. She's amazing. She's super sweet. We also have to have a witness. The witness is famous himself. Can't tell you who he is until we sign the paperwork, but
But he's officially called a whipness.
a witness.
Yeah.
I didn't say witness.
I didn't say you did. I was just saying it.
All right. So,
yeah, Sharon, you know which one is tasty.
okay. Heidi says she can't wait. Dennis, I'd say go grab it. We're ready for Ismo's mug.
Yeah, you guys look him up and watch a few of his little comedy skits on YouTube. Ismo, I-S-M-O. He's the Finnish comedian. I don't know how many comedians have come out of Finland and became this famous in the United States, but I think he makes fun of American people a lot.
Have you listened?
I've watched a few of
Okay.
them, and it's pretty
I haven't
cool.
seen
And
it.
it's not just about making fun of them; it's just the differences between the cultures, and he really does a good job. I mean, I've been cracking up pretty hardcore, so you want to check him out.
All right. So we're going to do his mug, and then we'll get to Wheel of Names and some of the other goodies.
Sounds good.
I do see the cat stickers are selling. Thank you. Batch is famous in her own right.
She is
Little-
world famous.
Oh, speaking of which, Jake, are you watching? I saw a cat outside. It kind of looks like Ernie, but it's browns, not gray and white, and it has a tail like a raccoon. So there's another cat. It was totally walking out front.
I wonder how they put a raccoon tail on him. Surgery, maybe?
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go shuck some pipes so you can
Shuck 'em up, shuck
get
'em up.
started.
All right, are we on this camera now?
We are.
Sweet. Did we talk about these? Did we show
did.
them off yet?
We already did.
I would juggle them for you guys, but I just don't really, I'm not in the mood right now to juggle a bunch of glass balls. But come on, let's do it. We're on here, checking the show out right here again. Number 3, guys, Ismo's Finnish mug. We already did Linda's. I did a warmer-upper. It's show 167. I know you're watching, Jake, so giving them a shout-out. And this is it. I'm really not sure what I'm making pattern-wise.
Pipes on the right of that one's.
I think it's going to be more of a lower, wider, tinkered style glass.
You want to
Maybe
draw
I'll
it
dust
up?
the cracks. Maybe I'll dust the cracks with white body, blue in the cracks.
All right, pipes are up. Pipe
Thank you
cooler
very
is
much.
ready.
Just gathered up a nice molten gather, a clear crystal, guys. 2,115 degrees in the furnace right now. We like cooking it a little bit hot so the glass is real soupy and buttery.
Whoops, excuse me.
Since Jake's not here, I can call everything buttery tonight. So I'm doing a fade here too. I'm not gonna leave it all white. I'm just gonna do a fade on the bottom, and then dust the cracks with that beautiful blue that resembles the flag blue.
Oh, email. What is the email question of the week? Let me go get the clipboard.
That's right.
Oh,
we
yeah,
gotta
someone
do
answered it. It was, what are the flags? Like, I'm Hungarian and French Canadian, so, and then what are the colors of the flag? So French Canadian would be red and white. Hungarian is like green, purple, and yellow. I don't even know. So we were just asking that's the enews@glassacademy.com. Someone said it's kind of glitching. I'm not sure why. It's a Google email, but give it a go. enews@glassacademy.com. Send your answer in. You will be eligible to win this week's giveaway.
We haven't done the Wheel of Names yet, right?
We have not.
But you guys, you know what we do every show. The last piece we do is the giveaway piece. And every show, we do a Wheel of Names for the week before's giveaway piece. So what piece is it? Is it that mug?
Last week last week we were out of town, and the week before, so show 165, Jake
Is it
made
that crackle tumbler,
Yep.
that pink one? Nice.
Yep.
So Jake made this super sweet, like a pint glass with a nice opalescent pink and crackle technique. That thing is sweet looking. Somebody's gonna win that piece tonight on the Wheel of Names. If you answered the question last week, you're on our list.
Yeah, last week. Now, we were out of town, and it was a surprise. We did a taped video.
The last show, I mean.
And the taped show, Sam did. Let's give a shout out, everyone, to Sam at this moment, because she did an amazing show clipping together parts that people really liked. So I know one was the turkey leg. We sat on the couch and we watched it. She set it to music, which was really fun because we don't normally do that. So she spent a couple hours doing some editing, and we are super appreciative of what she came up with.
Sam's the guru of tech around here, everybody.
Howard, you didn't hear that.
Well, I said around here.
Yeah, because we're starting
Howard's
to...
our mobile guru tech man.
Yeah, we're starting to get out of our wheelhouse where we have to hire a professional. But it's been fun figuring it out.
I'm melting that texture in like I've told you before, folks. Once you put the color pattern in, I want to have it be a little bit less texture, and I'm going to be making this more of a tankard, kind of like a finished tankard, which is a lower, wider glass.
Yeah, Howard, I agree. Sam is amazing. We all do the best we can with all the tools. Do you know how we got Sam? Sam showed up at our door and said, I think you guys are kind of fun. Do you have any job openings? And I said, what can you do, Sam? What can you do? And she said, well, I'm pretty good at this. And then the rest is history. Dun, dun, dun. Like Uncle Dennis, he's been filming since he's been 10.
10
using
years
a
old.
video camera, a camcorder. Little did he know he'd end up on the gathering point, rocking the camera for us.
I remember seeing a picture when Dennis was standing on the porch in his diaper holding
What?
a video camera.
He was
totally
were
ready.
born before Dennis?
It was a picture.
Oh, okay. Because they had camcorders back then.
Yeah, they did. Well, it was a big plastic one, like from
Yeah,
play school.
Dennis is only 18.
It was a play school Tonka. It was a Tonka one. Blow. Good.
Chris's grandpa lived to be 100 years old, and in his lifetime he saw all kinds of stuff. You can imagine the technology over the last 100 years. And right towards the end of his death, we took a picture of him, his sister did, sitting in his chair, and then printed it up and handed it to him within minutes.
Right.
That was crazy. So just imagine in our 100 years, what's going to happen. Our kids are going to show us something and be like, what? How'd you do that?
We can't even imagine what's going to happen 100 years from now. Blow. Good.
What do you guys think is going to happen in 100 years? Are we going to beam me up, Scotty, and be traveling to the moon?
Blow. Good. Everybody think about what could happen in 100 years and put it in the live feed, guys. In 100 years, I'll say in 100 years, the Glass Academy will be... Answer that. Finish that sentence, you guys. Ow. Ooh. I'm going to start it off by saying in 100 years, Glass Academy is going to have a glass blowing studio on Mars.
They'll just plug it into one of the craters.
Good. All right, how about, I think I want to put, I was going to put a copper blue foot on, I mean a lapis blue foot on this, but I think I want to be able to see all this amazing action going on through the bottom. So how about a clear one?
Are you dropping it over the top?
Yes, I am. If you use the big one, you can make a punty out of it too. You can do it in 2 gathers if you like.
I'm sorry, you said clear, right?
Yes. So I heard you got trapped in Fort Lauderdale for an extra night, Howard.
Oh yeah, everyone got stuck in the airport. Had we known, we would have come to play.
Stay up.
Do you want a paddle or you want me to shape the punny?
You could do a light paddle real quick. Okay. Thank you.
So Howard is going to be traveling. I talked to Deb briefly today. They're going to be traveling to visit us.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Nice. In the fall?
We're not sure.
I got a feeling that they'd love to go to the Renaissance Festival.
That's what I said. I'm like, maybe you could come when the Renaissance is going on. So we'll do some trades for some, all his tech help. We'll do a couple glass trades for that. He has a couple commissions he'd like. Would you like me to cool this pipe?
Yes, please. So I'm blowing air onto the bottom of the mug, guys, because the bottom of the mug is a lot thicker. That clear foot I put on there holds the heat a lot longer, and I don't want to connect the punty onto it too hot, because if you connect the punty onto the bottom too hot, it permanently fuses to the vessel, and then when you go to try to knock it off, it breaks the piece. We don't want that to happen to this piece, because this is Ismo's piece.
Whose piece?
Ismo.
Can you say that again?
Ismo, 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 Ismo.
When Chris
Ismo,
gives it to
Ismo,
him, he's going to
Ismo.
tell him to watch this video. We should put a secret code in this video.
Oh, right on center. Beautiful punny shell. I love it. Love it when you got an expert glass blower bringing you a punny. We are definitely putting a blue lip wrap on this puppy. And I don't know why I called it a puppy, but it is a puppy.
Do you want it now?
Whenever you're ready, I'll be ready. Well, summer's officially here, folks. I know I'm going to be working tomorrow with Jake. We got a couple decanters with the sets of 4 wine glasses to go with him to make tomorrow. And I personally don't look upon 100-degree weather. It'll be 150 in here probably. I don't look upon that as being a bad thing. I look at it as kind of being fun. We're going to have a good time. We're going to be sweating our butts off. Just got to make sure I got about 3 or 4 extra shirts so I can just switch up every hour.
Do you want to flash it?
No, I don't.
All right, I was going to do another coat, but here you go.
Oh, that's a beautiful wrap there. Michelle brought it to perfect temperature. I love it when it goes on like that. What a beautiful Tuesday night.
Or you guys like that picture of Poe? It was hilarious. So I drove down 3 days to Florida before Chris came, And at the rest areas or the campground I stayed at, I actually stayed in an organic farm. Poe was like leaning on the cushions like he owned the place. I was like, what are you doing?
He does own the place.
His eyes were closed.
We're really trying to figure out how to take Ernie, our cat, with us on the road in the RV, guys.
Because he missed us, man. We
missed
came home.
us, and well, we're just a little afraid we might lose him. He might run away. Good.
Very nice, very nice.
That is looking like a nice 18-ounce beer glass / anything you want to put it in it glass. I'm going to hand this off to Michelle, and I'm going to gather up the blue handle.
So the breed that Poe is a German short-haired pointer. We had a Doberman when the kids were a baby. Then he got West Nile and passed before he should have. Then we got a Weimaraner. And a German short-haired pointer is in the same lineage as all three of those. But this dog is needy, needy, needy. This is a crazy breed. They do not want to let you out of their sight. They want to be next to you 100% of the time, which isn't really a bad thing, but it's a lot easier to have a dog like that when you have kids in a big backyard. We have no children at home, and we take them to the dog park, we take them to the woods, we take them to the lake. We found this awesome beach north of Daytona, and we took Poe running on the beach, jumping in the ocean. It was so fun. He was so happy.
He was clearing some serious waves.
And when it got too hot, he'd just lay down in the ocean. It was hilarious. It was awesome.
And he learned really fast he couldn't drink the water.
Yeah, that was kind of a bummer. Next time I'll take water for him. Because Lake Michigan he can drink, but this he couldn't. But it was really fun. I appreciate that we were able to let him run on the beach. There were a couple other dogs running around. It was really cool.
So this is a little bit of a different style handle, guys. I call them the eared. It's more of a tankard handle. You're going to see why I call it an ear, because I kind of start a little bit more into the center of the mug, and then I push it down and I push it up.
So I need to have this handle like one turn hotter than he needs it, because I got to walk over and give him enough time to make the handle. Perfect handle that he made. Again, watch that blue color. You'll see how fast the glass cools off. His mugs are all one of a kind, handmade. Each one is unique. Definitely looks like an ear.
Okay, I'm gonna put a little runner on the back of this shell, but I need a minute just to equalize the heat. A white runner. I should have taken a special note and looked at Ismo's hands, but I don't remember if he holds them up in front of the camera. But I'm thinking this is going to be big enough for sure.
All right, Dennis is doing a good job zooming because he can't get in the middle of the action like we can in the winter. I'm going to do 2 layers of white and then bring Chris this little bit. The white is made from tin. It's crushed up about the size of sugar sprinkles. Every time I heat it up, it melts right in. Do you want me to marver, or do you want it straight up?
Oh, I think just nice, and hold it up in the air on your way over a little bit, and I'll take it. Just no marver needed. I'm going to have you hold steady while I'm shaping it. Stay right there.
It's a little stinger bit. So next week we're gonna have a camera and we'll be able to get in on different setup here in the shop. Phone's ringing. Hello. You want the GA stamp?
Oh, I think we're gonna be ready for it as soon as I get this puppy going. Hit in
Start
there.
now?
I'm gonna take a flash, but yeah, I should be ready. Once again, we're putting the GA stamp on there, guys.
My mic is off. When you're done with this piece and you put it away, go to Command Central and just switch off.
Stampa.
Very cool, very cool.
Looking pretty nice here.
It looks like Iceland, not Iceland, Finland.
Like
you know,
what?
like icy, cool
Yeah,
blue.
totally. Norwegian, Viking-ish. There we go, folks. Oh yeah. One more flash, a little water on it, into the annealing oven. All right, nice job.
It's a party in blue over there.
All right, that was beautiful. Ismo, that one was for you.
No. Go there,
And
please.
we're gonna be going over to Command Central right now. Bring it on over.
Not yet. Now.
All right. Gotta get in the frame. Ismo, that one was for you. Linda, we did a beautiful one for you. We did a warmer upper. I'm sweating a little bit, but that's all right. I do want to point out my hat to everybody and let you know that they are very powerful. Oh, looky here.
Let's try another one.
Thank you very much. Let's see what this one does to the interior of this glass.
These are like cotton candy colors or something. Look at that. Isn't that interesting how it fades away? That's cool. I shouldn't take the price tag off, but we'll do it that way.
Oh, delish. That was a sweet piece. It turned out great. Got into the annealing oven just right. Kind of like putting a cake in the oven. Michelle, thank you for those beautiful bits you brought me. Unbelievable.
Thanks. The handle was especially my favorite. We got the little GA symbol right there. Ran a poll for a giveaway. And what was the answer? Oh, so we're running a poll. Awesome. Okay, so Command Central, the camera's cooling off. Chris is drinking all the liquid.
Yeah, it's made a liquid drinker.
That's okay. So,
That mug, what number is that mug?
5.
Number 5, guys. Michelle's mug is number 5. It's for sale. She just took it off there to show you guys how sweet it is.
okay.
So what are we doing?
Sam ran a poll. Do we have an answer? Okay, no answer yet. We are going to do Wheel of Names.
Oh, all right.
Oh, back up.
So we're doing Wheel of Names, guys, and the Wheel of Names is going to select the winner of this amazing crackle, almost like a lavender pink pint glass tumbler that Jake made 2 weeks ago, and it's a beaut. So we, at random, when we say we're going to the wheel, that means we're going to the wheel, right? Are we ready?
Yes.
We're going to the wheel. Are we back from the wheel?
Yeah, so we have 2 contests tonight. I have to make sure I got the right one. All right, you ready?
Yes, I am.
Would you like to say the winner?
Yes, I would.
Now, some of you might recognize these names because these people are here every week. And the winner of tonight is?
Taryn Schmidt.
Of course, I could be wrong too.
Well, Taryn Schmidt just won that sweet glass. This one right here. And her name fits perfectly right around the glass, so maybe we'll have to mail that with the glass so she can hold it. No? Never mind.
Robin won't do that. So we send you a little invoice. You guys pay shipping, but you get this beautiful glass. This is a $62
I was just
value.
going to guess, $62 value on that glass.
Let's see.
We're giving it away for free. That's what we want. It pays to watch the Gathering Point, folks.
And we have one more giveaway, but we won't do it yet. Someone will win a $25 gift card.
All right, well, every clock I look at to see what time it is different. So right now it's going on around 3:15, you guys, in the afternoon from what the clock says. I think it got so hot in here that the hands on the clock melted. But
I did notice that the thermometer, because we hadn't been blowing all day, which we might have to start do on the shows, because the concrete absorbs the heat, all of that. The thermometer's now over 100
Sorry.
degrees.
it stops at 100?
No, it's over 100 degrees now. So
Yeah.
when we started, we hadn't been in here all day. So it is what it is. All right, Taryn, congratulations. I see everyone's rocking you. Sam said she did some sort of poll, and we bought Sam these dry erase boards, and it's pretty cool because now she can write us messages. She doesn't have to wave us down.
I see a bell. What
Yes,
does that mean?
this means subscribe.
It does?
Yeah, to get your notifications from YouTube. Ding, 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 ding. Someone said they didn't get the notification. This is YouTube, not Facebook. We are, Howard, you know this. We're subscribing to a new service. All right, here's the one. Roger the Plumber. Who has watched the videos Roger the Plumber? I want y'all to Google it right now. And he's from Texas, so y'all worked pretty good. Roger the Plumber does a live Facebook show. He is world famous now, or not Facebook, YouTube. Howard the Plumber. If you want to Google plumbing, he's going to come up. And he's the one who gave us a bunch of tips on how to do this. He's on YouTube. And we're getting a new streaming service that will allow us to make better notifications of our show. Thank you, Roger.
Yeah.
Chris is remembering. Oh, yeah.
I know that guy. It's a little bit after 7. We got a giveaway to do, but we could do something else.
Wait, did you see what the giveaway is?
Oh, that's what the giveaway should be?
Yeah, can you hold it up again, Sam?
It's going to be a mini finish goblet. Well, mini.
That's Eye of the Beholder. What's a mini goblet?
Did somebody request that?
She did a poll.
Ah, nice. So it could be a giveaway, could be a mini.
It's like the shot glass with legs. Or, a stem and a foot.
Yeah, so it's just going to be a aperitif glass.
Whatever you'd like to call it.
That's the proper name, folks, is aperitif glass. So, but personally, coming from a married into family of French Canadians, it's more like a maple syrup glass.
That's right. Is there a problem?
Because those Canadians drink maple syrup like it's
delicious,
I remember
tasty,
one time I went
natural.
to Michelle's uncle. Was it your uncle?
Yeah.
Here? He was
No.
in
Uncle Louie.
Canadian Congress or something. He was a highfalutin guy in the upper political range of the Canadians. And when I was dating Michelle, she took me to see him. We went to Quebec City and went to his office, and he sits us down. He gets all serious, and he pulls out a row of shot glasses on his desk. And of course, I'm like, oh, sweet, he's gonna pull out some good, whatever, bourbon, whatever, who knows. But he pulls out a half a gallon of maple syrup and fills up 3 shot glasses, and we're sipping on them while we're talking. It was
Is there a problem?
It was an enlightening experience. I don't know. I do sometimes come down in the night and get the jug of maple syrup out of the fridge and sip off of it. It's become something of a lifestyle, folks.
Elizabeth asked for mug number 12 up close.
Oh boy. You want me to give you the Vanna White detour?
Yeah, it's
or?
got a aventurine, a golden aventurine, kind of brown, purple in it.
Who's the male Vanna White? I mean, I could be Vanna. Who would you be? Who's it?
Pat Sajak.
Pat Sajak? Is he the guy who used to be running the show?
We just saw it. My dad was watching. Pat Sajak and Vanna White.
Well, folks, we have this amazing hand-blown glass here. It looks like it's about 1 gather. It's real nice. It's a special one with no foot, which I really like because it's got a really gorgeous looking Fermi 2 shape to it. It's got the aventurine amber gold with some deep purple violet in it. Got a clear crystal lip wrap. It's got a beautiful looking Maurice on the bottom with a cool vortex going in so that when you look into the piece, when you're drinking the final sip of your maple syrup, look what you see. It's pretty cool. Did you hear that? It came out of the mug. But this is a beautiful one. This was number what? Number 12? Whoever wanted to see number 12, this is a tighty. And it's just about the right size. Look at that. For any hand. So, you better get that puppy.
Yes, we're all here about having fun. There's no lie about that. Sam's music on the Wheel of Names is Sam going to town. I love it.
Nice.
Okay.
What else? Any
Ready
other
to
questions
start?
for us before I gather up another sweaty experience?
No, it's only 3:20 now.
It's only 3:20. We got another 4 hours and 40 minutes to go, folks. You're in for a long one tonight. It's really 7:30, and we're going to be doing the giveaway. I mean, I feel like I could even almost do something more.
How about do the giveaway just in case, camera-wise?
Just to get it in there?
Yep.
All right. So we're going for a mini finish aperitif glass. Should we do it a little bit like Wiccan style, a little bit like Renaissance-y flair to it, like an magical elfin aperitif glass from
Finnish.
the deep forests of Finland. All the magical, crazy people came from Finland. The ogres, the fairies, it all came from way up there
How
in the
do you
snow.
know that?
Because I know.
All
Anything I talk about comes true. So
There
that's
you
a
go.
scoop. All right, I guess I'm going for it.
We will do the second Wheel of Names after this. I better shuck some pipes.
I'm going to have to use a tiny blowpipe.
I guess when Jake's not here, they know it's your voice all the time. When Jake is here, it's hard to tell them apart.
Right. Well, some people might just be listening in their kitchen, cooking it up and thinking Jake's talking to them.
Working on the farm tonight. Every day I work on, or this morning, every time I work on the farm, I learn all kinds of new stuff. She had starter soil that gave the plants kind of like a cancer, and certain plants from that group all have problems.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Isn't that interesting? Like, I never thought about it. She's like, there was some type of fungi in the soil, and they all got it. I thought it was a pretty good explanation how she said it was like having cancer.
Well,
Makes me wonder about humans, if they're that susceptible to something in the soil that you can't even see. All of you out there, make sure you're taking care of yourselves. I was giving Chris some time to think while he's making this. Sometimes when he starts talking, he forgets what he's doing. Like when he's driving and he's like, oh, wait a minute, I missed my exit.
Where's the bus? Get it out, man.
I was just trying to talk so you had time to think.
Well, thank you.
The bus is hiding.
Would you do me a favor and grab me that 12-point mold from underneath the Marver over there? So I could go into the small one? The small 12-pointer in the back, yeah.
This one?
That's the one. I wanted to have some nice decorative magical ribs up on the top.
Hey, Julie Finn, I saw your ticket to the Bubble Blow. Pammy, you know what I was thinking is that I know you can't be here for the event, but I bet we'll be able to do some live streaming the day of. Haven't figured out all the details, but I think that'd be pretty cool. So we'll keep you posted on that. We want everyone to be able to have access. I just reached out to my balloon girl,
Hello?
and she said,
Good?
she has another event on July 31st.
Well, that's not acceptable.
I know, so let's,
Hello? Good?
if everyone could put the vibe out there, maybe something will come up. She'll hire somebody new, and she can make balloons. We want to do a great balloon outdoor sculpture. The bubble machine is on order. With any luck, it should be shipping soon.
So the trick to doing a tiny glass like this, everyone, is making sure the proportions are right. I really want to make sure that this thing is nice and delicate looking, but got a little bit of magic and a little bit of finished spirit to it.
Tiffany asked if we mix the molds. Yeah, there are different ways you can work with the molds and create different color patterns and ideas. Some people make their own molds so that their products have a unique spin to them. Like we actually just went to West Virginia on our way home, and we stopped at the Welcome Center and we looked at the ornaments that a local artist made, and we can tell which mold they use because they're kind of industry standard. So if you're a metal worker, it's a little tricky to make the molds, but there are different ways you can use the molds for sure. So I'm watching down the barrel of the pipe. I know he's using the jacks to kind of create some sort of shape and stretch it. And I can tell that because of the angle of his hands. And then my guess is a foot's going to go next. Yes?
Yeah, we're going to do a foot. And it's going to be a little lapis blue one.
Okay.
I'm ready when you are.
When you say little, like golf ball?
Maybe even a little smaller, but I'll take what I need if you bring a little bit over that, little bit, just a hair more than that.
Are you dropping it on or wrapping it on?
I'll drop it on.
So I still see some orange coming through the blue, so I want another layer. And just heating it on makes that top layer melt.
Is that going to be it?
No, I'm going to do one more layer. And I'm sorry, you said you're dropping it on?
Yeah, I'm going to drop it on. Making sure I keep it nice and hot. If it gets too cold, we'll have a problem, folks.
For those of you who are coming in town for the World Record event, I do want to mention the Henry Ford has an amazing museum. Definitely take some time to spend a day there. It's super cool. They have an amazing glass collection both in the museum and near their glass shop that's out, they call it on the 40 acres. That's a cool pattern.
Keep on punching this thing. I go to wipe my brow and it's like...
I know. It's like I try to wipe the sweat off my face and I've got a microphone, I have glasses. There's just stuff everywhere. So because Chris has done the Renaissance Festival since the beginning of time, this is like our elfin leaf goblet. It looks like a little leaf. And I'm going to need a very delicate punty to put on that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good though. All right, I'm ready for the punty.
Is that like butane?
Ooh, it's a little hot now. The thing about Lapis, you guys, this blue, is that Lapis is really soft. Way softer than just about any other color glass out there.
All right. The glass is still so hot, so putting it on the concrete is no problem, except if it were winter. It might be, but a little bit of water will break it away from the top.
Ooh, it's a little tiny magical
Yes, it is.
dealio, folks. So we're gonna put a little tiny lip wrap blue on this shell.
Yeah, I should have put small pipes up.
So I'm just heating the top up, and I gotta make sure that I don't overheat the punty a little bit because it will peel right off that lapis, and I don't want that to happen. Even though we do have enough time if it did happen. But Michelle's gonna be gathering me up a tiny little lapis lip wrap on here. I'm gonna flare this out into a gorgeous little aperitif. I'm thinking even almost like a little red wine glass for a little nymph. Nice. I think we're probably going to put a little rosetta on it too, Shell.
A rosetta on what part?
A blue rosetta after we flare it open.
So this is kind of funny. It's our large glory hole for a tiny piece.
Right.
It's a little hard to make the spot right. So what happens is a large glory hole kind of wants to heat the whole thing. When you're doing delicate work, you'd use the small glory hole.
Okay.
So rosetta here.
Yes. Generally, you don't want the top of the wine glass or aperitif glass to be any bigger than the foot. See that? So that'll hold a tiny little 1 ounce little glass of maybe some, I don't know what a Finnish aperitif might be. Maybe you guys can Google that and put it in the feed. What's a Finnish aperitif? I know that like grappa is Italian, ouzo is like Greek.
What's
There's a bunch of
Russia?
different- Tequila obviously is Mexico, but it's not really an aperitif.
You're gonna have to flash.
So this little bit I'm going to be putting on the stem here, guys, is called a rosetta, and it means little roses in Italian.
This one will get the GA stamp on the bottom. There's no room for it on the cup.
Well, someone's going to get a tasty little magical glass here. Looks pretty. Last flash, we're going to get that thing away.
The Finnish long drink. Tiffany, could you explain what the Finnish long drink is? Is that a mixed drink?
Making sure it's not moving before I put it away.
All right. It's gonna be a nice selection. We need a Finnish flag. A nice selection of blue and white items in the annealer.
Might want to use the granny grabbers for these. Doing it right now.
Everybody's
Where's Robin,
looking out.
man? She should have probably commented that already. Don't forget the GA stamp.
Bada bing.
Right from the Rosetta.
I got it. I've got it. Ooh, the blue and white party.
Yeah.
How about a little blue shot glass to wind us out?
A little blue shot glass?
Yeah, maybe we throw the camera in, go to Command Central for 1 minute, let the camera cool, and we'll do our last wheel of names.
We want to pan over the thing first, or no? The feature table for a second?
He's on it right now.
All right. Check them out, guys. These are all one and dones. I don't know if any of them sold yet because normally Michelle will be pulling them off the table. So we don't know because she's assisting me, so no one's pulling them off the table. So if somebody got number 10, that's a tighty. Number 6 is a tighty. Number 3 is a super tighty. I really, really like number 9 with that big optical water drip on the top. Look at that thing, guys. Talk about making you thirsty. That's a beautiful one with the iris in the white, that beautiful green. That's a really, really nice piece. That one has got some great optical mirroring effects. So there's some nice ones. Get a hold of them while you can. They're one of a kind, nothing else like them. Remember that the summer solstice is coming up. I'm pretty sure it's the 21st of June. And that, folks, is the longest day of the year. And that celebration in Finnish is called Johannes. and Johannes is the celebration of the summer solstice, and that's why Ismo's coming into town to celebrate with us here in America. We want to be switching over to Command Central to Michelle over here.
All right, get that camera in the freezer. We're gonna do one more shot glass. When I look at the whole collection, it needs to be lapis blue, maybe with white dots, but let's do like the mini one.
A tiny one?
Not like a regular shot glass, like a little, you know, when you go on tourism, you go to the store and they have shot glasses. So I don't know how to say this, but we got fans everywhere, and I have a fan saying that they're gonna come and they're gonna put cameras around the whole studio, and they're gonna get like the world here for the Guinness event.
Nice. Oh. What? You're not supposed to say that till July 1st. It slipped out, you guys. Sorry.
Yeah.
She meant to say she couldn't even imagine getting an ice cold
Guinness beer with
Guinness
that nice
beer.
head on the top where you can put your initial in it, and it stayed in the foam all the way till you drink your full beer.
You folks do know that is a traditional thing where they pour a Guinness beer, and when it foams to the top, they have a shamrock stamp they stamp the foam with, and then when you're drinking your beer, that foam is so prominent and thick and tasty and juicy that it's still there when you get done drinking your beer in the bottom of the glass. I'm telling you, that's what I'm talking about.
And how about Mackerson's? Does anyone know Mackerson's, that beer?
Triple X, Mackerson's.
Yeah, that's the beer I had right after Jake was born. It was pretty tasty. It's been an awful long time. It's like a meal.
It is really thick.
Yeah, it's super thick.
Yeah.
Okay, someone was talking about juniper, and it tastes like squirt. It's in a can, and it's gin-based. Tiffany, some type of. So remember Eva and Juan? There was a Spanish restaurant next to our first studio in Detroit. And so people like beer in the summer, but if you drink too much, it's not good. So they mix beer and squirt, which is kind of like a line of Kugels.
That was a Spanish thing.
Yeah, it was a Spanish thing, and it was so good. We were like, what are you, crazy? Like, that's not, and then we tasted it and we're like, oh my God, this is so good.
Yeah, we'd be blowing glass and they'd bring us over a pitcher of gazpacho.
Yeah.
And then a pitcher of beer and squirt.
So good.
Yeah, that was cool. Those Juan and Eva. Juan's not around anymore, but
Eva moved back to Spain.
She moved back to Spain, but if you're ever out there and somehow she's on the live feed, Eva, you were amazing, and we appreciate everything about you.
I learned lots of
Casa
stuff.
de España. That was an amazing Spanish restaurant.
Which, if you're local, you might have gone.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to do one more up. The new non-alcoholic beers are fantastic for a thirst on a hot day. I agree, because like I'm such a lightweight, I can't even really drink a full beer anymore.
Hey, Carrie, have you ever tried Athletic Company? They make an amazing IPA, and they make a Pilsner, but they're a great, I don't know where they're out of, but it's called Athletic Company, non-alcoholic. It's an NA beer,
that's right.
and it's super good. It's one of my favorites. I drink way, way more NA beers than I do regular beers these days, just because I'm a glass blower and I'm a thirsty guy, and you can drink 3 or 4 beers in like 5 minutes when you're blowing glass. So I try to have the NA beers. It's better for me and keeps me focused on what I'm doing, obviously.
So on that note, we're going to make a shot glass, and
right.
I know like you can't really do alcohol on Facebook, but geez, we're talking about a bunch. Okay, we do have one more giveaway. Sam's got the Wheel of Names ready.
Wheel
Go
of
for
Names
it.
going to you, Sam. Are we back? Huh? Surprise! What are we wheeling names in?
Everyone, this is from the Sunday contest, and I have all the stuff here, but I just feel like I didn't highlight the ones I wanted to like
Is that
do.
the gift card one?
Yeah, so today is the gift card. This is a $25 gift card that is good towards any product or class.
Online or in the gallery
Yep.
in person.
Yep. Great entry. In fact, for this $25, you could do the big bubble blow in part of the Breath of Michigan, our world record attempt.
You guys, you gotta do, doesn't everybody do 2 bubbles on that? Yeah, and we gotta do, how many bubbles? 1,200?
1,000.
12,000 bubbles?
1,000.
Oh, phew, thank gosh. Thought I was gonna be going to Bubble Town here.
I was like, no. Okay, and the winner is, that's you.
That's mine, key.
Yeah, I know who it is. I wrote it.
Lenny Green. Dun, 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 dun.
I forgot
Vinny.
to look up if they're new customers or not, but I'm not recognizing the
That
name.
name's
So
not looking super familiar, so I think that she might be someone who is just maybe recently started watching us, but I could be wrong.
I could be
but
wrong,
you
too.
just won $10 in dinner for two. Oh no, that's the old TV show. Sorry. A $25 gift card, you guys, right there. For
if you want to win this week,
yeah.
you sign up here at eNewsAtGlassAcademy.com. Tonight's question is, what country are you from and what are the color of their flags? From there, we enter you on our database on Sunday when the contest comes through. You play the contest game that's in there on Sunday's eNews, and you could be a lucky winner like Linny Green was.
Love it.
Okay. Now, back to the action.
All right, let's
One
take
last
it.
item.
We're gonna be doing what's the last item? I think we're still on.
Shot glass.
Oh. All right.
Yeah, we talked about that maybe
I don't know if you
like
saw
2
these,
minutes
folks,
ago.
but these are the bubbles that you will be making to break the world record for how many bubbles were being displayed, how many pieces of glass being displayed. Look at, she was just blowing one of them. So, all right, let's go back over to the super camera. We're on it.
Oh.
Are we on it yet? Hey, Dennis.
Okay.
Why don't you show them that sign up there that tells them exactly what you need to do if you're going to be blowing glass. You got to have it hot, folks. A real good friend of mine who's not around anymore, Louis Curio, he passed away of natural causes. He's an older guy, but he worked for us a long time ago making neon in our neon department, and he taught classes for us. We used to have a whole neon department, folks. We don't anymore. Things evolve, but he made that sign, and it's a sweetie. So I'm getting over here to do another small shot glass. This one's not going to be a Agave Cactus shot glass. It's just going to be a cool traditional shot glass. That's what happens when you got a little bit of extra time on your hands, folks. You make another shot glass.
All right, shot glass. He's got 5 minutes to make this shot glass. Can he do it? Do, 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 do. Yes, it is a blue shot glass we are making. Wendy, you were spot on. I don't know, maybe if you guys can't come to participate in the World event, you could buy a ticket for someone and someone else could do it. Maybe you could donate a ticket to one of the charities and we'll do a bubble in your honor. There's lots of ways around this. Maybe it's time to come to Michigan. We've got the Henry Ford Museum, which is like super cool. We've got Frederick Myers Botanical Garden, which is stunning in itself too. Maybe it's time y'all came to Michigan. Number 12 mug is sold. Other mugs will stay up all week. If you come to our event on the 31st, you can try all the mugs on and pick your favorites. Customer Appreciation Weekend is happening that Friday and Saturday before the event. Studio's gonna be all tore up. We're doing all kinds of cool stuff. It's going to be amazing. All right, rolling it on the table is what shapes it. Chris makes it look really easy. When you first learn how to blow glass, this is the most awkward, hardest thing you will do. It just doesn't make sense. There's nothing like it that is similar that I could even tell you. Maybe rolling clay, like if you were doing a clay handle, or Play-Doh when you try to make like something long, like a snake. It's kind of the same idea. Except you're using your hands, you can feel it. This, it's at the end of a 5-foot pipe. You cannot feel it. So it looks like it's going to be a square glass. which I'm not sure when you drink out of a square glass how that works. Maybe it pours just right. Maybe it doesn't. I do not know.
All right, all right. I think we said the word Texas too many times because I think Joey's on the channel. What up, Joey?
How do you know that? That's awesome.
I used my psychic ability and I could tell he was here.
All right, this is a cool blacksmithing technique to square up a piece of metal, stretch it and spin it. It's a really cool
Blow
technique.
lightly. More. Good. I don't know what's going on out there, Joey, but we miss you.
Oh, word on the street. I don't know.
Yep, word on the street is, you know what the word on the street is. I think Joey might be reminiscent about the idea of coming back into town.
Because he doesn't have enough heat in Texas. He wants some Michigan heat.
Yeah, he wants some Michigan heat. I'm going to take a clear little bit for the bottom of this so we can stamp the GA in it. It's pretty cool looking, guys. Check it out. I think maybe Sam could help you with that. That was gyroscoping on him a little bit. All right, putting a little clear bit on here.
So I will give a shout out to Robin because she's watching. If you guys come
What?
to the studio, you're going to see some of the displays that Robin's been working on. We got Elise over there working on the signage. She's in architectural school, soon to be moving to California. So while she's here, she's filling us up with beautiful handcrafted signs. Robin did some stunning displays today. Got the shipping out.
I bet you it gets hotter in Texas than it does here.
I'm sure it does. It's kind of a crazy punty, but it's kind of like a barber's pole, but it's blue and white.
Yeah, it's the colors of the Finnish flag.
You're kidding me, really?
I'm kind of thinking, have we mentioned that tonight, that we're making things in the color of the Finnish flag, folks?
I don't recall that.
Huh. But this one is good looking. Hey, Dennis, did you get them a show of our array of transparent colors on the wall of glory right here? Not right here. Check out my finger. Right there. See all those, if you can use zoom on it, those are all the recycled glass samples we pull off the top of the tank. Every time we melt a new, fresh 300-pound pot of recycled glass, depending on what production we're running that week, we get a different density of beautiful transparent aqua blue. That's the nature of that recycled glass, and I don't know if you folks know it or not, but we got a whole line of products called Second Design that are all made out of recycled glass. There it is, folks. The
Dun, dun,
finale
dun,
of
dun.
the evening.
Bum, 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 bum. There was a question, what do we do with the bubbles? The bubbles, we have a new event space that we're gonna unveil in July, if all goes well. We got some painting and some construction to do, but the Breath of Michigan bubbles will go into a large 8x8 sculpture, 8 foot by 8 foot sculpture that will then be displayed at the Glass Academy, and everyone's breath is gonna make it happen.
Came off perfect. You know what I'm going to be doing now? I'll be stamping her up, putting the GA stamp on there. The cool thing about this is, check it out. We burned the GA stamp in the top of the GA stamp handle. Pretty cool looking. That's what it looks like on the bottom of the glass.
Voila. Away
Come on behind
it
here,
goes.
Dennis, and get in the annealer here. Take a look at this piece real quick when I open it up. All of those pieces, look at them. Tell me that's not a beautiful looking sight. Can't keep that door open too long, folks. That air breeze blowing in there. We got fans going on. It'll crack those pieces like that. So we got to be protective about those. All those pieces are going to somebody. What an amazing show, you guys. We loved, showcasing all the beautiful colors of the Finnish flag. We had some real nice winners out there today who won the giveaway from last week or 2 weeks ago and the $25 gift card. So make sure you send in the answer of the question to enews@glassacademy.com. The question was, what country are you from and what are the colors of your flag? And send them in and you'll have a pretty darn good chance of winning that sweet, magical, elfin, Finlandian aperitif wine glass. It's beautiful.
This is why we don't go from tray to tray.
Oh, I can take care of that. Don't mix it up, whatever you do. I'll get it, I know.
Okay.
I saw it happen when it did.
It's been
I'll clean it
a
up.
pleasure chatting with you all. Thank you for attending. Please tell friends and family. In fact, everyone from the contest last week that did tell someone that voted for the contest, now that I'm back in town, they're going to get a special something in their e-news. So let them know.
Yeah. How long do those one and done mugs stay on the website?
Until next Tuesday.
Until next Tuesday, folks. So maybe, Dennis, you end up leaving on those mugs, and I'll sing a nice Finnish song while you're doing it. What'd you say? It's already rolling?
But it will be.
I don't know any Finnish songs, so I'm just going to say, have a great evening, everybody. But check out those glasses. Get them while they last, folks. We love you, and we appreciate you a lot.